Hi, I'm Brandon Boushy, and welcome to episode 1 of the Murder Mean Coin podcast. Today, we're going to discuss what is murder? Is all killing wrong? Is it all criminal? In the eyes of the law, the answer is no. The law realizes there are shades of gray when a person is killed. We'll discuss the different types of murder to help you understand the legal differences. It's time for a disclaimer, though. Please note, the following content is for entertainment purposes. It should not be considered legal advice or providing information about how to get away with murder. However, if you do get away with murder, we'd love to hear how you got away with it. Don't worry, we'll protect your identity. Let's start with, what is the difference between murder and homicide? Homicide is a coverall term for when a person is killed. It is not illegal. Meanwhile, murder is a legal term. That means that the person who killed someone had intent or disregard for life. There are different types of murder. Most states have 2 or 3 different degrees of murder. They go from the most serious to the least serious charges, first, second, and third degree. Let's look at first degree. So what is first degree murder? First degree murder is commonly referred to as premeditated murder. The murder charge requires both planning and intent to kill, or disregard for life of another person. Without both, it would be a different type of homicide murder. In locations with the death penalty, first degree murder qualifies as capital murder, and when convicted, the killer can be executed by the state. That's gotta hurt. Next, what is second degree murder? Second degree murder is when the murder is unplanned, but the murder is intentionally committed. This happens like if somebody is attacking you and you pull out a gun and you shoot them. You could be charged with second degree murder as opposed to self-defense. There's another degree of murder, which is third degree murder. What exactly is third degree murder? It's a term that people use that is also considered a lot of times manslaughter. There are a lot of other terms that you might hear regarding murder, like felony murder. So what is felony murder? Felony murder is when someone is killed while a person is committing a felony. Doesn't require intent or planning, but has to be connected directly with the committal of another felony. An example of that would be if a gun discharges during a robbery and kills someone, a felony murder charge could be used. Then you have capital murder, which capital murder is a murder that is eligible for the death penalty in states that actually have the death penalty. It's not relevant in states that don't have the death penalty. Then there's malice murder, which is a charge specifically in Georgia that's comparable to first degree murder and can carry death, life imprisonment with or without parole. Then you have aggravated. Aggravated murder is a criminal charge that is used when someone plans to kill a person or tries to but fails. This charge may be used if you pay for a hitman, if you create a plan a bomb, or you shoot a person but it doesn't kill them. Basically, it means you didn't do a very good job trying to kill someone, and you should probably do better if you ever get another chance. What is the difference between first and second degree murder? So people often ask about like the differences in the degrees. And the main difference between first and second degree murder is whether you planned the murder. If there was no planning, retrieving a weapon, or other actions taken before the murder occurred, it will probably be considered second degree murder. People, a lot of times, like manslaughter and murder can be fairly similar, but what's the actual difference is murder requires the killing to either be planned or intentional. Manslaughter is when the homicide is either accidental or in the heat of passion. These charges are for, like, if you catch your lover having sex with someone else and you immediately kill them, you immediately strangle them to death. That might be manslaughter charge. Then, but one of the benefits of this, or vehicular manslaughter, is another instance. Manslaughter also comes with much lower sentencing maximums than murder. So the point of it is to kind of acknowledge that humans make mistakes and can end up killing someone even if they weren't trying to, even if they didn't mean to. So there's ways that they deal with. Then the final difference is the final question people often ask is, what is the difference between murder and capital murder? Capital murder is eligible for the death penalty, what other forms aren't. So if you're somewhere where they allow people to be put to death for murder, or for crimes committed, then capital murder would apply if they're going for the death penalty. At which point, well, if you're the one being tried, I feel sorry for you because they're probably going to kill you. Anyways, so that's the end of this podcast. We appreciate you listening to the Murder Main Coin podcast. If you've enjoyed this podcast, go pick up some of our main coin at apexdefi.xyz. Keep killing it, y'all.